Well, happy Weather Person's Day, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your February the 5th, 2026. Well, what a nice surprise for today. It was a bit of like a snow globe outside. We knew we were going to get some flurries across the North Georgia mountains overnight, but we weren't expecting the flurries to make it all the way down into metro Atlanta, and it was pretty widespread at that. Now, because of the strength of that inverted trough, the clouds kind of lingered as well, but we're finally breaking some sunshine here later in the day on your Thursday, and I think we'll see more sunshine ahead on your Friday. Now, before we get rolling here, if you're new here to our YouTube channel, let me introduce myself. I'm meteorologist Greg Majestic, and I'm on a mission to build a professional 24-hour weather channel here across North Georgia. So if you'd like to help us out in that endeavor, it's real simple. All you got to do is please subscribe and make sure, very importantly, you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future weather updates. All right, let's go ahead and start off and take a live look there in Helen, Georgia. Finally breaking some sunshine after being stuck in the clouds for most of the day. Really hampered the warming for today. Still expect us to kind of sneak into the 40s before we see things cool off once again for tonight. Heading up toward Lake Chattooga, also getting the sunshine to break out here after being stuck in the clouds most of the day as well, but a very pretty day there over the lake here for this afternoon. Looking at your local radar, it is clear for the moment that radar beam was really having a hard time detecting those snow flurries this morning because the pool where the moisture was extremely shallow. We're shooting right over the top of it and really couldn't see a lot of the snow flurries, but it was, again, very widespread. All in North Georgia, getting down toward Brazos, and even Cobb County had some flurries today and down into the metro area. But that's come to an end as the satellite picture showing the clouds finally pulling on out of here with that little inverted trough kind of hanging back in there. Now, a few of these high clouds may still work back in here for tonight, so I'm going to keep it kind of partly cloudy for tonight, but still a bit on the nippy side as a lot of areas are expected to get down into the 20s. Now, as we look at our regional radar, again, things have been inhibited today because of the cloud cover here. Again, we may sneak into the 40s briefly here for tonight, but once that sun sets, there'll also still be some lingering winds tonight. It's going to have a little bit of a chill for sure. But for those that are really wanting to have a nice break from winter, hold on, folks. We just got to make it through the weekend. Next week's temperatures, you're going to love them. So just stand by. I want to show you that here in just a second. Now, let's look at our regional model here as we're looking at the North American model here as we kind of watch things go on. Now, that blue line's kind of our freezing line. It's where we're kind of tracking where the cold air is up in here and then the mild air back here to the west. And, Georgia's kind of like right in the middle here. All right. So as we go forward here, we're going to see kind of a glancing blow with this next cold Arctic front. Now, this is going to set up some pretty good situation. We're going to have some pretty good upslope here with this cold air, so some pretty good snows could fall up here across the Smoky Mountains, and we might get a few snow showers here in extreme North Georgia as well as this kind of works its way down. So it's going to be a close call, but seeing a little bit there at like Raven County over toward Fannin, maybe a few flurries there going into your overnight Friday night and into Saturday. And then that cold air, you can kind of see that. You see how tight these blue lines are in here. That tells you that some very cold Arctic air in there. Now, you're going to see these red lines. That's our warming air. That's going to overtake this as we go into your Sunday. Watch what happens here. Those blue lines, they're going to start moving on out of here as that red line, that warmer air starts to move in from the west. And that's really going to surge into the area as we go into Monday and Tuesday next week. And some areas could be flirting with 70s. Can you believe that? 70s. Haven't seen those in a hot minute, and we're going to see that, I think, this upcoming week. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast maps. Let's look at this as I go ahead and put this into motion from our friends at the National Weather Service. Kind of watch that little timestamp there up on top as I kind of highlight the days here as we go into your Friday morning. Again, pretty quiet, no big deal on Friday as we warm up a little bit. But as we go late in the day, we're going to watch these cold fronts. It's this secondary one up here that's really going to be causing our problems and kind of cooling us down. So the temperatures will back off going into Saturday, warm up a bit on Sunday, and then really surge up as we go into next week. So watch what happens here. Again, we're kind of cooler on Saturday. Going to stay that way on Sunday. We got high pressure there in control up here to the north. This is kind of bringing in this cool air down this way. But as we go into your Monday, watch what happens here. See that high down on the Gulf? Well, of course, the flow around the high pressure is clockwise, so we're going to see a westerly wind kicking in here, and we're going to bring some of this milder air back to the west, move it into our area, and setting up for a very nice warm-up. Check that out. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a slight chance of a shower. Might try to sneak in here. I got a slight chance there on Wednesday, and on Thursday. Right now, our most substantial storm system still tracking outside the 7-day, maybe going into the 13th and 14th. So could be some heavier precipitation, which we need, obviously, because of the drought conditions and low lake levels, and maybe some rumbles of thunder. Still too early to call yet on whether we're going to have severe weather with that or not, but something we'll track closely here going into next week. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that forecast. Here we go for tomorrow. Milder than today, depending on where you're at, some 10 to 15 degrees milder because of the sunshine we're expecting and a bit of a westerly wind. We'll see lows down around 30. It's going to be pretty nippy across a lot of North Georgia here. A lot of areas down to the 20s and still some lingering wind. So a little bit of a wind chill expected there for tomorrow morning. Those teens in the wind chills department, probably not out of the question. Daytime highs, nice recovery here. Lower to mid 50s up in the mountains. Everybody else middle to upper 50s, especially in the western zones. And regionally, really all across the southeast warming up. Just to give you an idea, Jackson today, I think, was like 49 degrees. They're going to be in the upper 60s tomorrow. So a nice rebound in the temperatures there. 54 in Nashville, 47 in Asheville, and 59 down to Savannah. Next 7 days, here we go. All right, so we're going to cool it down a little bit going into Saturday, 49, 33, 27 on Sunday morning. But look at the jump in temperatures from Sunday into Monday, back up to 64. And yep, I got a 70-degree temperature painted in there for Thursday. So maybe a slight chance of a shower there. Again, the main rain threat still looks like it's tracking Friday, Saturday time frame as it stands for right now. But yeah, we go to above normal temperatures here for a little while, and it looks like we may get another cool down into the following weekend, but it'll be short. It'll be a very short hit and run once again, and we'll go right back up again to above normal temperatures. So right now, the Climate Prediction Center is saying we're going to see predominantly above normal temperatures for the most part once we get past this cool weekend over the next couple of weeks. So definitely a nice break from the winter that's been pretty cold here for the last month here across a lot of North Georgia. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel. As always, please consider subscribing to the channel. Help our effort here to build this thing effectively, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future weather updates. All right, that's it for today. You guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.